in this particular text, Jesus is talking as the Son, and he says, of that hour no man knows, not the Father, not the Son, nor the angels, or anybody else. There are certain things of Jesus' divine attributes that were veiled in the Incarnation. For example, his glory was not seen. He didn't glow when he walked down the streets of Jerusalem. If they were walking in the dark, the disciples didn't get to not use a flashlight or something when Jesus was by because he glowed so much. But obviously, omnipresence, things like that. There was a veiling, and for some purpose that is not explained to us, for some purpose, Jesus, in that particular instance, he has supernatural knowledge elsewhere, but in that particular instance, that particular piece of knowledge has been veiled during the time of the Incarnation.
A lot of people have a common sense idea, modern people, that if Jesus didn't know he was divine, then we can't worship him as divine. If he didn't know he was divine, because of course he wouldn't be God. If he was God, he would have omniscience. But even theologically, I think people need more theological education, even as much as they need more historical education. There's been a history of the doctrine of kenosis that goes way back in history, and Christian theologians a lot of Christian theologians have always said when Jesus gave up his full divinity to become fully man, he had to give up some of his divine prerogatives, and one of those things could be omniscience. So the idea that Jesus, we don't have to imagine Jesus as walking around as divine, with a divine consciousness of his own status. And we even can use a very traditional Christian teaching of kenosis. Kenosis comes from the Greek word for emptying. And so Christian theologians have always said, a lot of them have always said, the human Jesus did not need to know he was divine in order for us still to worship him as divine. And that's been defended as a Christian doctrine for centuries.
Concept of the Trinity only came up after Christians already accepted the deity of Jesus. It was an effort, a philosophical effort to justify something they believed already, an absurdity they believed already. To believe a man is God, they had to come up with an idea of the Trinity. It wasn't that they first came up with the idea of the Trinity and then they said, oh, Jesus is the one that fits into the Trinity. Before Jesus came to the world, no one thought of the Trinity. So the Trinity is an excuse for idolatry.